Hello there, nice to see you. I hope you're all doing great. Today I'm doing a video showing you some nail polishes from MAC Cosmetics. I recently got sent a care package from MAC, the Nordic PR for MAC. And I'm gonna do a swatch video showing you 6 nail polishes, and there is a clear nail polish. That's not very much to show when it comes to color, but I'm gonna do a short demonstration on how you can use clear nail polish and a pigment, a loose pigment that you can also use as an eyeshadow, and show you what you can do together with a clear nail polish. So stay tuned. Now I'm gonna show you the swatches. So I thought I'd start with this color. This is kind of like a rose gold, and it's a really beautiful frosty color. And this one is the name Soiree, and it's a frost color, as you can see. And when I first saw this color, I really thought of, it reminded me of the one from Designer the Better from OPI, their Muppet collection. But when I do compare them beside each other, they are the same kind of polish, the same kind of color, but the one from MAC, Soiree, it has more of a pinkish tone than the other one does. I don't know if that shows on picture, but here's a comparison. So they're a close call, but not completely close enough to be called a dupe, so that you have something to compare with. But here is the beautiful color Soiree. So one of the things I did notice when I started trying out this color, and this is the first time I'm actually trying out MAC's nail polishes, and I really do like the formula of the polish. It's easy to work with, but I think that the cap here, the one I'm holding on to, I do prefer it being slightly smaller because I do have to have such a big grip on it since it's a big cap. But the brush, it's pretty good too. I'm kind of used to OPI's wider brushes, so I do prefer that, but there's nothing wrong with this one. And here is one coat, and coat number 2. See how big a difference it makes in the opacity. It does definitely make a difference. So definitely a 2-coat polish, but as you might know if you've seen my videos before, I do always try to tell you to wear 2 coats of nail polish because it's going to make it last longer and it's going to make it look better in opacity and all that. So here you have 2 coats of this beautiful frosty color Soiree. And here we have a beautiful hot pink. This is really a true hot pink, so gorgeous, a cream color. And it says here cream, and it has the name Girl About Town. I know that they have the same kind of color in lipstick, so I love that they have a match that you can match your lipstick with your nail polish. I don't have that lipstick, I'm afraid, sorry, so I can't show you that, but I know that Girl About Town does exist as a lipstick. But here is this beautiful hot pink, and I thought I should show you a comparison. First, I started to think about this pink, but when I see them beside each other, they are both kind of hot pink, but this one is a bit deeper in its tone, and I'm sure you can see that on camera. And this is from OPI, and it has the name Kiss Me on My Tulips. But I would not call them dupes, so they're not close enough. But here is this beautiful color Girl About Town. I must say I'm a big fan of cream polishes because they always have such great opacity. They're so easy to work with, and the coverage, because can you see that one coat, and it's very good opacity. And the cream, oh, it's so beautiful. I really love these kind of pinks. And there you have one coat, and coat number 2. Coat number 2 always makes a difference in opacity, even if it's a cream color or even if it's a great covering coat. I mean, even if the first coat, but even if the opacity is great, it's going to make it last longer and give it a true color, what you see in the bottle. And here you have 2 coats of this beautiful, oh, I love this color, this hot pink Girl About Town. And here is this deep, beautiful orange, which is kind of like a Mandarin orange. It's really beautiful. This one has the name Morange, and it's a cream color. And I do know that they have these in lipsticks as well. I actually own that color. It's a beautiful color. And I did find a color that was very close from the OPIs that I have, but I can't tell for sure until I've done a comparison. So I'm gonna do a comparison and then show you pictures. So I'm gonna put on my blog so you can check that out. And the one that is a close call is a good Mandarin is hard to find from OPI. But now I'm gonna focus on this one, the Morange. All of these bright colors are just so my thing. I'm a sucker for color, bright colors. And well, my favorite colors are pink and let's see, gold. And I really love this kind of orange. It's really beautiful. This is a nice cream polish, so it's very easy to apply and it goes on very smoothly. As you can see, it doesn't cover completely, and you can see onto my ring finger here, but it is a beautiful color. And here you have one coat. And coat number 2. These cream polishes are so beautiful. Just love it. This is a beautiful color if you're a tan. Of course, it works even if you're not tan, but I really love this kind of colors, these kind of colors during the summertime or when I have a bit more tan. And here you can see 2 coats of the color Morange. It's beautiful, deep Mandarin orange. And here we have an interesting color. It's kind of purple, but it's gray-ish, and it's kind of taupe-ish. It's a very interesting color, but I think it's really beautiful, and it shimmers a lot in purple. I don't know if that comes out on camera. This is a Frost, and it has the name Anti-Fashion. And when I first saw it, it made me think of this color, which I see now beside each other is not even close to being a dupe, but this color is like purplish with a grayish tone as well, but this is a lot more purple than this color is. And this is from OPI, and it has the name The Color to Watch. But now we're gonna see this color, Anti-Fashion. I think it's really interesting that when you colors like this, it doesn't really come off at all on the nails as they do in the bottle on the first coat. You can see it's really sheer, and it looks more gray than anything else on the first coat. And I'm doing really thin coats, so we're gonna see how big a difference it makes with, oh wow, that was a lot, with coat number 2. But as you can see, on one coat it's kind of streaky and very uneven, but I think that 2 coats will fix that. So here you have one coat. And coat number 2. I think with polishes that are so soft, oh wow, can you see the difference it makes with 2 coats? That is crazy. And even on this one, I think that you should not have too much on the brush, but you should not have too little either, especially when it's a sheer polish like this, because you might just streak it out and it doesn't really, it comes off streaky, so you don't brush it out too much. But here you have 2 coats of Anti-Fashion. It's a really interesting color. And here is a really deep kind of gunmetal grayish black. It's a really beautiful deep color. And this is also a Frost, and it has the name Nightfall. Really pretty, really deep color. And the closest I could find being similar in comparison is this one from OPI, and it has the name Peace and Love and OPI. You can see they're kind of close, but this one is deeper and it will appear better on picture when I will do a comparison afterwards. But right now I'm gonna do this color, swatches of this one, Nightfall. So far, I've been trying cream polishes and frost polishes. This is another frost polish, and I do find that the frost polishes well, they're very frosty and shimmery, very pretty, but these are a lot less opaque than the cream polishes, but that is very common. Oops. Cream polishes are always better in opacity, no matter brand. That's my experience. But here you have one coat of Nightfall. A little sloppy there, but the second coat will fix that. And coat number 2, also a huge difference in opacity. Look at that. I'm just amazed by this 2-coat policy. It makes it such a big difference. And on this one here, and there you go, this deep gunmetal called Nightfall, 2 coats. It's beautiful. And last but not the least of the colored nail polishes is this beautiful, really beautiful color. It's kind of like a blue-brown, and it reminds me a lot about a MAC pigment that I have from many years back called MAC pigment in blue-brown. And this one is actually a pearl, and it has the name Formidable, if that's how you say it, Formidable. And this is just a gorgeous, very special color. And I was looking around from all the polishes, around 400 polishes that I own, but I could not find one being at all close actually. So I think this color is kind of unique. It's really beautiful. I mean, let's see what it looks like onto the nail. My guess is that this is kind of like the frost polishes in opacity, and yes, can you see now that on the first coat it almost looks just brown, but when I'm gonna put on the second coat, let's see what it looks like. But like I said, it reminds me a lot about the MAC pigment blue-brown, and I'm guessing that that was their inspiration, or if it was a fashion set from back then, I'm not sure. I think that's the color that it's been around for quite some time. But as you can see, definitely in need of 2 coats. It's kind of streaky and doesn't cover at all well. And as you see, I got a little bit too much over there, but that's something I think that coat number 2 will fix. But here you can see 1 coat. And let's see now coat number 2. Makes a big difference. Can you see that? It's a really intriguing, special color. I do find it a little bit hard to work with because of the formula. If you want it to be not, I do find it a little bit streaky even on coat number 2. It does cover pretty well though, but I think I still can see some streaks. But try to do really thin coats, and perhaps you might need to do even 3 coats. You give it a try, because I think this is 2 coats, but I do think it looks beautiful, but it was a little bit hard to work with, just so you know. But here you have 2 coats of this beautiful color Formidable. Okay people, so now I have to tell you, I did try this out before I was trying to film it. What you can do, which I was not able to do with this pigment, I don't know what it is, because this pigment, I think it might be a little bit too chunky for it to really work. Can you see that? It was really hard to work with. It did work better, but it was still hard with a pigment, another pigment that I already own from before. And it's this beautiful transparent teal, reflects transparent teal pigment from MAC as well. It's a beautiful transparent white with a really teal shimmer in it, and it did work a lot better because this glitter, this pigment, and it's more shimmery. It's really a lot more powdery. If you can see that, it is a lot more easier to work with. But this was the color that I got sent from OPI, the pigment in pink opal. But I did try it out, but I could not get it to work. But what you can do if you have a pigment that it works with or a glitter, you apply 1 coat of a clear polish on top of your nail, and then you take the pigment and you just dab it on, or you take like a spoon or a scoop or something, and then you scoop it onto the nail, tap off the excess, let it dry a little, and then apply another coat. Or you could get some clear nail polish on top of on a piece of paper or on something that you use to mix, so that you get clear polish, and then you mix in some glitter or pigment, and then you stir it, and then you apply it. But then you need another brush, because you don't want to spoil the clear polish that you have. But I'm sorry I was not able to figure this out. I think it might have been because of that the pigment was so chunky. But it's a beautiful color, and I'm sure you can try it with any other pigment or with glitters as well. But this was my little review. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these swatches. All of these colors are in the permanent selection, so you can find them anytime. So they are here to stay. They're not any limited edition ones, so that you know that. And I also want to thank you, Berit, for sending me this little care package. I really had a fun time trying out MAC nail polishes. I've actually never tried them before this package here. So I'm very excited and happy about that. So I want to say thank you to you. And stay tuned, people, for more tutorials or swatches to come. I know I've been really busy lately, so I haven't been able to do a video in quite some time, and I will try to keep up with that. So stay tuned, take care. I hope you have all had a lovely time during the holidays and during your time off, spending time with your loved ones, with your family, and just making sure that you get a lot of rest and feel refreshed for this new year. So take care, and I will see you soon again. Bye bye!